Hey everyone, it's Brett from Hope to Prosper, and I'm here at Catalina, also known as Santa Catalina Island, off the coast of California with my wife and my sister, and I'm just having a little mini vacay. So thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoy it. Today I want to talk about my 5 traits for a happy retirement, or 5 traits of a happy retiree. And by the way, this is just my definition. I didn't get this from any official source or get it from a magazine article or anything else. This is just what I've experienced in my retirement and I've observed from others. So I'm just going to share it with you. I'm loving my retirement, and after 2 years of freedom and stress-free living, I can't ever imagine just returning to work. I got a text from a recruiter today and I said, nope, I'm retired, thanks. But I know there are others, they aren't enjoying their retirement to the fullest for a lot of reasons. So I'm going to share these 5 traits in the hope they can help others. Okay, so let's dig in. Let's keep this a short video and let's get going. Number 1, friends and family. Friends and family are number 1 for a reason. They bring me the most happiness of anything else in my life. I'm blessed with an abundance of friends, and I have a huge family. We just had a really neat Easter where we had a big family party, and then we had a small party at my house. And just having that many people in my life that I can interact with and be with is a huge blessing. And it creates, having friends and having family, not being alone, it creates health and well-being as well. Or I wouldn't say creates as much as enhances it. Being alone has some serious negative health side effects, especially in retirement. People who are alone, and that's about 26% of the people over 55. That's the second highest in the whole world, old people being alone in America. You're way more likely to have a heart attack or a stroke or depression or just die for all-cause mortality. So being alone is stressful and it's bad. If you don't have friends and family, man, make sure you try and find your tribe. That's my recommendation. Okay, number 2, financial security. Money isn't everything in life, but it sure doesn't suck. It's nice to have, and it does wonders for creating peace of mind, lowering your stress level. I have an old saying, why suffer a big problem that a little bit of money could solve? And so having some money put away, and I know everybody's retirement situation is different, but having some money put away, having financial security, it just takes a lot of stress out of retirement and out of your life. And so I also know, like a lot of people, their financial security has been shaken by this recent market drop. I did a video on that last week. But, just try to keep it in perspective and realize, this is only a short-term gyration in the market. Over years and decades, the market goes up, and hopefully will continue. And so try not to stress over it. In pensions and Social Security, they can feel much more secure than market in a way they are, but they have their issues as well. So, any way you could find financial security, I think that's a blessing, and that's something to strive for. Number 3, good health. Good health is probably the most important item on my list. Let's face it, without good health, it's nearly impossible to enjoy a good retirement. You just have so many limitations. Without health, mobility, and feeling good, it can dictate what you can and can't do, and then that goes on and on. I have a friend right now. He's in the hospital. I always seem to have a friend in the hospital, but not to be dramatic, but it's not good. And for him to, my buddy Rob, we were supposed to go somewhere. We were supposed to go on the Great Lakes tour, and now it looks like we're gonna have to cancel again. So anyways, I have a little saying. I don't know whose saying it is. I don't know who to attribute it to, but take care of your health like it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is. Okay, number 4, retirement purpose. I almost didn't include this on the list because some people need it more than others, and some people just be happy playing golf or sipping margaritas or watching TV or reading a book. They don't really need a retirement purpose. Others, they have to have a purpose. They have to have something that drives them. They have to have some structure in their day just to feel grounded. For me, I am a little of both. I'm seeming to go through some phases where I started out, I really wanted to develop a purpose, and now I've kind of pushed it off a couple years, and I'm happy I am. I'm just kind of relaxing for now, and then I'm going to pick it up in a little bit. I'm focusing on travel and enjoying my life. I had a stressful job for so long that I'm trying to relax a little bit, and then I'll get on to my purpose. But I do have a purpose selected, and I think it's a good thing to have. And so even after 2 years, I'm still in the the relax phase, and then I'll get ready to accomplish it. And I don't really want to rush it. I don't feel rushed about it. Okay, last item, feeling gratitude. You know, I talk a lot about gratitude on my channel. I've made whole posts about it because I think it's a secret sauce that brings a lot of happiness in my life. It's kind of hard to explain how it works, but it does. And being thankful, it creates kind of like a feeling of euphoria where you start to just really feel good about everything you have. And then it's like a cycle. It just seems to bring more blessings. And I found it's really hard to truly enjoy anything in my life without first being thankful for it. I don't know if I'm unique about that, or if you guys are the same. Leave a comment. There are people, there are billionaires that are literally miserable and they have everything. And then there are others who have practically nothing and they enjoy their life to the fullest. They have happiness other people can only dream about. So it's all relative, in my opinion. All right, the bottom line. Let's finish this up. The bottom line is you can affect your own happiness with only a few simple steps that I've laid out for you, and some basic thoughts towards the future, a little bit of planning. Or you could let your precious golden years slip away and be lost and not enjoy your retirement to the fullest. So my advice is to be mindful, choose a path that enriches your life, and it enriches your retirement. Okay, everyone, thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed the footage of Catalina Island. It was beautiful, had a fun time. And we will see you next week on our next big adventure.